Bom dia! Hey! A protest in front of City Hall here in San Antonio. That's what I like to see. Citizens demanding their rights. And that's exactly what I and millions of others are going to be. Hey! They're marching into City Hall! And that's exactly what I and millions of other Americans are going to be doing this Saturday all across the United States, protesting and demonstrating against the Trump regime. Can't wait. Although I doubt anybody's going to be inviting us into the U.S. Congress or city halls around the country, but we're going to make our voices heard. You know, I was feeling anxious again last night and this morning, and I really do not like this feeling of anxiety. And I asked myself today, what is causing this anxiety? I mean, I live in paradise here in Brazil. I'm retired. Normally I'm very relaxed, especially here. So what is causing this? Well, I realize there's two sources. One, of course, is what's happening politically back in the United States. I could tune it out, but I can't because it does affect me in many different ways. One of them on a practical level is what the Trump regime is doing to Social Security, which is my source of income. You know, never in a million years did I ever think I'd have to worry about that. But, you know, who knows if our Social Security payments will hit our bank accounts this month or next month or the following month because of the massive layoffs and other things that are happening. Oh, as someone who's about to travel internationally, given all of the reports I've seen in the media about how people entering the country are being grilled, how their history are being looked at by passport control upon entering the United States is making me a little bit anxious. You know, I'm very vocal online, my YouTube channel, my Facebook posts. It's obvious where my politics lie, and I'm seeing people being, criminalized. And, you know I am a U.S. citizen born and bred, so I do have some protections because of that, but even U.S. citizens are being scrutinized. So that makes me a little nervous. Hopefully it just sailed through, but you know, there's been a lot of news reports about ugliness at border control. And then I get anxious about a few issues in my personal life, feeling a little bit unstable, unsteady. And who in a million years, not me, would have dreamed that this would have been an issue in the United States. Being scrutinized and punished for your free speech, for your thoughts, something that happens in China or Russia or in right-wing dictatorships. But the United States, well, folks, it's happening. You know, I really need to get out of this small city where I live, San Antonio. It served its purpose, but I am tired of it. It's way too small. It's just a very ordinary and a plain Jane city when I'm surrounded by so much beauty and interesting cities and towns in this region. I should not be here in San Antonio, except for the fact that I have family here. But so I'm feeling, that's making me feel a little bit ill at ease. Here I am, coming up to the city cemetery. I wonder if that will improve my mood. I doubt it. Hello, dead citizens of San Antonio. Anyway, I've made a promise to myself. So I want to be out of here by June 1st, move either to big city Salvador or maybe to small city Cachoeira. But Cachoeira is full of charm and history in a way that Santo Antonio is not. And come hell or high water, if I have to move into some kind of temporary accommodations, a posada, a small hotel, well, that's what I will do. So I want out of here. So which means that since I'm leaving for the US tomorrow, and I can be there from anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks, that I may not be back here in San Antonio until mid-May. And that would mean I would only have 2 more weeks in this little city. Hooray! Yay! Life is too short to be living anywhere where I really don't want to be or where I don't feel excited about. So that change is going to happen, and it has to happen. Is that I really do not enjoy living with my 20-year-old niece. You know, there's a 50-year age difference, and just so many differences, age-wise, culturally, etc. I need to live by myself outside of San Antonio. So I feel the source of my anxiety is a combination of geopolitical events combined with personal issues. And I do understand that, you know, a month from now, everything will be resolved one way or the other. I'll know, I'll have fixed my banking issues and my Social Security issues one way or the other up in the United States. And I know I'm moving. I only have 2 more weeks when I get back here in San Antonio, and then I'll be moving to a wonderful new place, or back to a wonderful place, which is the city of Salvador. So there is light. Today is my last full day here before I travel tomorrow. I just need to finish packing. I'm only taking a small backpack and maybe an additional small plastic bag to put a few things in. I'm going to be traveling very light because I've got what I need as far as cooler weather clothes up there in San Francisco. Make sure I have all my medications packed, all of my passwords, all the things I usually forget, the toiletries. And then I am leaving early tomorrow morning. I'm going to come back here to the center of town, catch a van that'll take me to the ferry landing in Boa Viagem on Itaparica Island, and I'll take the 15-minute ferry across the Bay of All Saints into the city of Salvador, get an Uber to my brother-in-law Elsinho's house, spend the night there, and then the next day, Thursday morning, I'll get an Uber to the airport for my flight to San Francisco, which is actually 3 flights. I'll be flying Salvador to Rio de Janeiro. Now to fly north here in many parts of Brazil, first you got to fly south. There was once, about 15 years ago, American Airlines had a flight from Salvador to Miami, and that was great. But that was discontinued, and now, like it's always normally been, you have to fly 2 hours south to begin your journey north. So I'll be flying the 2-hour flight to Rio de Janeiro. I think I have like a 7-hour layover there. It would be tempting to go into Rio de Janeiro, but from the airport, spend a couple hours in Rio, walking on the Calçadão in Ipanema and Copacabana, but that might be cutting it a little too tight. So 7 hours in Rio, probably sitting at the airport. Then the 11-hour flight from Rio de Janeiro to Atlanta, and then a 3-hour layover there, and then the 5-hour flight from Atlanta to San Francisco. Arriving in San Francisco about 2 o'clock in the afternoon the following day, on Friday. So it's a long trip, but you know, I never understand people who complain about these long flights. Yes, it's 30 hours, but big deal. I mean, I'm going huge distances. And, you know, think of our ancestors. My ancestors crossed the plains going west in covered wagons. So, you know, took weeks and months with lots of hardships. So I think any of us can deal with a 30-hour series of flights. You know, we're sitting comfortably, we're being fed, etc. So I can never complain about that. And there's also an element of excitement too, which I like. I'm just walking aimlessly today. I'm in a neighborhood I've never walked through before here in this little city of San Antonio. As you can see, San Antonio is never a visual delight. But as I said, I've only got a little bit more time here. Anyway, I'm going to sign off today. This is a short video just to update you. I feel fine. Things are going to improve very shortly. And an adventure starts tomorrow. And I'll take you along, of course. So thanks for joining me. Beijos. Ciao.